Hello YouTube, this is a video that I wasn't exactly planning to make, at least not so soon, but I figured I would provide a bit of an update on how my streams are going on Twitch as well as YouTube, because I've said it once, I've said it a billion times, it's not really smart to place all your eggs in one basket when it comes to content creation, and I've been streaming both on YouTube and Twitch for about 6 months at this point. And let's just say some of the decisions that Twitch has made has really made me question the vitality of this platform. And going forward, ideas that I have for my content. And yeah, just a bit of an update about what's going on with me and future plans that I have for what I'm working on in my series and whatnot. But yeah, I'm Ayasuna and I make videos, more specifically art videos. But today I'm talking about something a little different, and that is streaming. If you notice me stuttering a little bit more than I normally do, it's because I'm recording this video live on stream on twitch.tv Ayasuna19. And yeah, I figured that this was the proper venue to talk about Twitch and the future of my content in streaming, because I may or may not have exciting news that will change the way that I do my streams, but regardless of whether or not that goes through, I don't want to jinx it yet. I do realize that Twitch as a platform is definitely seen better days, and as such, I need to be thinking about the future of my content, especially if I want to continue doing this long term. Let's just say that Twitch is not really in a good spot. It's not in a good spot for big creators, those who have partner. And it's definitely not in a good spot for smaller creators. Though I will say, I probably am going to be streaming a lot more since Twitch changed the requirements for affiliate, which I will get into in a little bit, but yeah, I think more consistent streams are going to be on the menu for the foreseeable future. And as such, it might mean that I release less videos, but I will still try to be current with my content, so don't worry about that. I have many plans for the channel, and I want to start working on my webtoon series on stream because I already started getting ideas about storyboarding and how I want to go about doing that. So don't worry, just because my content's changing, a lot of the things that I do will still be the same, but besides that, I want to get into the main point of the video, and that's talking about Twitch. Let me preface this by saying that I still do enjoy Twitch as a platform. I think its method of community building is something that's lacking in a lot of online spaces these days, but I'm the type of person that isn't going to shy away from criticizing things that I like. So yeah, I felt like this video was pretty important to make because I've not been exactly happy with the direction that Twitch has gone through recently. So yeah, if anyone knows, Twitch kind of does still feel like the old days of the internet as far as, like I said, community building and just overall content in general. Because obviously live stream content is a lot different than pre-made videos, and pretty much anything can happen on a stream. It's a lot more interactive for your community to want to live stream, and there's obviously a lot of appeals to doing that, especially these days. And obviously during COVID, it was for a lot of people's only form of social interaction. They couldn't go out with friends, but felt like they could be with a friend if they were watching a streamer. Now, parasocial relationships are something for a different video, but it definitely is, it can be said that Twitch and other streaming platforms have definitely helped people feel a lot less lonely. And for that, I do think Twitch does do some good. Now, that being said, like I said, Twitch is in a pretty rough spot. Ad revenue is down for even the larger streamers, even more than it usually is for this time of year, and that only really scratches the scratches the surface that is the problems on this platform. Um, for starters, even for larger streamers, analytics are mainly down, and streamers are not able to make as much from advertisements. But I guess I can talk about this more as a smaller streamer because I am a smaller streamer. Um, and yeah, it's pretty hard to just grow your platform on Twitch, and a lot of larger streamers will probably give smaller streamers the advice to grow on other platforms before they even attempt to stream. And at first, I didn't really understand why that is, but lo and behold, mainly the point of it is because as a platform, Twitch doesn't really have a lot of reach for smaller accounts, which kind of sucks because unlike other platforms like YouTube or even TikTok, where users infinitely pretty much grow and you can get views at any time and any place, Twitch is very much not like that. You can think of Twitch as like a swimming pool, and like any swimming pool, there's only so many viewers that are going to be in it at a certain time. And depending on what you stream, you're probably going to get certain viewers in your chat. And if a larger streamer of that category is online, you're more likely to lose part of your viewer base. It's more prevalent in like the gaming category, but the art category too also has this issue. I noticed that a lot of art streamers tend to stream EU hours, which in America, the time zone that I'm in, it's usually like anywhere between 9 a.m. to like 1 p.m. And I thought by doing art in the evening, I might get more viewers that way, since there usually aren't many big art streamers on during the peak hours of like 7 to like 10 in the evening. But obviously, since my account is still very small and I don't really have a big platform anywhere, that hasn't really been the case. I've been having steady growth on both YouTube and TikTok, but on Twitch, my growth has been a bit stagnant. And I can blame myself for that because I definitely wasn't streaming as much as I probably should have, because life has just been getting in the way, and I haven't always had the time or really the mental to be streaming as much as I would want. Although that should be changing very soon, because I might have some exciting news, like I said at the beginning of the video, that might impact the frequency in which I do my streams, but that's neither here nor there. Twitch really isn't the best place to grow, especially if you're coming from a platform with no consistent viewers. So a lot of bigger streamers will give the tip to grow your platform on other platforms like YouTube or TikTok, pretty much anywhere where you can get engagement pretty quickly. So yeah, one of the reasons why I'm not really too happy with Twitch is that they want the platform to grow, but they don't really have many tools available for smaller streamers. It's only now that you're able to share your streams from your clips from your streams on other platforms in a way that's like easy to do, because before it wasn't even possible to do that. Twitch can definitely be hard to grow as a smaller creator, especially if you don't have much of a following on other platforms, like I said. And now Twitch is trying to be more, I guess, predatory with their practices. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard rumors saying that they're going to get rid of Twitch Primes, which if they do, that's going to severely harm the platform, because that's how most streamers, both big and small, get their revenue. Although I will say there's a bit of like an exception to that. I do think VTubers get more incentives from like larger gifters and oilers and stuff like that, but Twitch Primes definitely make up a lot of the subscribers on this platform, because if people have Twitch Prime, obviously they aren't gonna pay for sub, and that's only like one of the reasons why people are upset with Twitch. The other reason is because of inconsistent moderation, which there's better like videos on this topic, but yeah. Let's just say some people can make violent threats on this website and not get banned, but If a VTuber shows too much thighs or hips, it can cause them to get banned for like 2 weeks, which makes no sense. Considering when we have the pool and hot tub category on this website, but no one is really saying a thing about that. But yeah, let's just say the Twitch staff and Twitch moderators are pretty inconsistent with how they apply their rules, and obviously some people think that they're picking favorites, which they probably likely are. I don't really have much of a comment on that. I feel like a lot of platforms do tend to pick favorites, and if you don't think that's the case, then yeah, they definitely follow where the money is and who drives engagement, because on a platform like Twitch, any publicity is good publicity. But that pretty much leaves me to the whole matter at hand and about the futures of my streams. See, as someone who's still trying to grow their platform, I'm still like very small. The platform that I currently have the most followers on is TikTok. I'd say between TikTok and YouTube, that's where I've had my most steady growth. Twitch kind of stagnated, but that's kind of my fault for not being as consistent. But regardless, since Twitch is changing their affiliate structure, I probably will be streaming more consistently here. But I also realize it's probably not smart of me to be tied to one platform. So, as such, I think going forward, I will likely be multi-streaming both on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't really want to get into too many details, but there's a potential for something to happen to my account that would definitely help me grow my community. I think out of all platforms, I do like TikTok for the fact that I do get consistent viewership, and my followers are also consistently growing. But I will say, sometimes it can be hard to get your viewers to cross over to different platforms. So my hope by streaming on TikTok, to get more people on Twitch and YouTube, because I think that was kind of the missing key to my growth, especially when I do art content. Obviously trying to plan like different art videos and stuff can be a little bit time consuming, and I also do want my community to be a bit more interactive, so I think trying to stream on more platforms, it'll be a net positive. Even if what I hope to happen doesn't work out, I do think I am going to try to start streaming on 3 different platforms. That said, I never streamed on TikTok, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, I think this is something that I want to start doing, because if I just rely on one platform, I'm obviously not going to grow. And I love what I do. I'm not doing it for money, although I wouldn't exactly be upset if I got, I guess, some monetary benefits out of doing this. So yeah, I want a space where I can talk about the topics that interest me and not really have to deal with like moderation or like any stupid stuff like that. So I think in order to do that and to keep myself growing, I need to branch out. And I think my first step will be TikTok, doing live streams on there, as well as Twitch and YouTube, because I'm starting to get regulars in my Twitch chat and my YouTube chat, so I don't really want to neglect any part of my small community, because I'm so grateful for all the support that I got, and the fact that I have over 200 subs is something that I didn't even think was possible. But yeah, I kind of want to make this a video, not a super long video, but I kind of wanted to talk about where my headspace was regarding Twitch and streaming and content creation. But yeah, I have a ton of different things planned, and if everything works out, I'll be able to do those plans a lot sooner. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. So yeah, if I upload this when I want, I should be going live around this time tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that, though I'll likely make an announcement on Blue Sky and in Discord. So if you want to see what I'm up to on other social media platforms, I'll have my socials down in the description. And yeah, short video, but I wanted to just give an update about where my headspace was. So, yeah. Goodbye and take care. Soon I'll be live on many different platforms, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, take care. Peace.